What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nate from Basketball Nerds coming back at you once again. And in this video, I want to talk about what's your take and what would you prefer to watch, NBA or NCAA college basketball? Now, me, preferably, I would rather watch NCAA college basketball because I like, watching players develop. I like watching amateur basketball in general, high school ball or even travel ball. But I like seeing where the guys come from. I like seeing player development because I'm a coach, because I train athletes. I just like that process of, a backstory and a background of the players. Now, most people would prefer the NBA because, NBA had the big names as guys that you know and guys that you recognize. There's less teams in the NBA, and it's easy to follow and it's easy to pick up uh, in the middle of the season with the NBA. I mean, you don't have to follow the whole NBA season for a particular team, and you can just jump right in middle of the season like most people do, or just watch the playoffs, and then you won't lose much. But as far as college basketball, it takes time to really get to know a player. There's a lot more schools, a lot of no-name schools. There's a lot of players that you never hear about. And so if you don't really know the school, you don't know much about the school, or you don't know the player, it's hard to follow on. Well, also, too, NBA is more offense, it's star driven, whereas college basketball is more of a system. So if you have a good system going against another good system, then that makes for a good game. Whereas the NBA, it's not much of a system, but it's more of star power. That's why a lot of teams try to stockpile their teams with top players. Boston Celtics, they had the big three, but before the Boston Celtics with the big three, you had the Los Angeles Lakers where they had Magic Johnson, they had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they had Byron Scott, they had James Worthy, they had Michael Cooper. I mean, they had just a stockpile of talent. Same thing with the old Boston Celtics: Larry Bird, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale. Yes, I'm showing my age. That's what made the Bulls so amazing because they didn't have as much talent as those teams that I mentioned. Even the Pistons. The Pistons had Isaiah Thomas, they had Joe Dumars, Mark McGuire in one year, and another year they had Adrian Dantley. Not to mention a young Dennis Rodman, John Sally, and Bill Laimbeer. What made the Bulls special is they had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and they had a few role players. But I digress. So that's why most people prefer watching NBA. And in general, most people are front runners. Most people like watching guys when they made it, when they're established. They like watching teams that are established, teams that they can recognize. Whereas college basketball, if you're into college basketball, you have to be a big, huge college basketball buff. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you prefer to watch college basketball or do you prefer the NBA? Give me your pros and cons of NBA and college basketball. Make sure you guys share this video, comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe. It's your boy Nate from Basketball Nerds. I'm out.